Go further than ever with Discover It Miles card. Automatically matches the miles you earn at the end of your first year. 35,000 miles becomes 70,000. Discover.com/travel. Chris Broussard is joining us here on a Monday. Top of next hour, where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong. I want to throw a couple of things at you. First of all, I do not believe Golden State can win Game 3 without Kevin Durant and without Clay. Let's say Clay returns. I think for everybody involved, the NBA, Kevin Durant's brand, the Warriors need Kevin Durant. I'm told you don't believe that.
No, I mean, look, I would love to see Kevin Durant play just for his health. You hate to see anybody be out with injury. But I actually feel like it's a more intriguing series without KD. As long as Clay's healthy and Iguodala are healthy. Like, you take away either one of those guys, and then I think Golden State's just undermanned. But the great intrigue in this series is I want to see, can they win it without Kevin Durant? Or can they not? One or the other, do they need him or do they not need him? That, to me, is the biggest story. If Durant doesn't get hurt, comes into this series healthy, it's a 4 or 5 game series. It's what we've had the past few years against Cleveland.
I certainly feel that after last night.
Right. So now, if Clay is out, we desperately need KD to come back, because then
the series has no juice.
Flip the other way. But if Clay is healthy and Iguodala stays healthy, again, I hate to see a player be injured, but this is so intriguing. The storyline of can they win without Kevin Durant is just incredible to me.
Let's move to Boogie Cousins. So Boogie's always been one of the most skilled big guys in the game. He was a great high school player. He was a top recruit at Kentucky. Even when he came out of Kentucky, he's a little bit of luggage he carries around, but the dude can flat out skilled. So last night I'm watching him and I'm thinking, it reminds me of when a guy has a great Final Four and a bad NBA team reaches on a guy because he has a great Final Four. Go to his seasons at, Vanderbilt or wherever. And I like Boogie. Wilcox, but I think Boogie's reputation's been sealed in this league. But I watched him last night and I thought he got himself a contract somewhere. And I kind of think the Lakers aren't going to get any of these free agents, don't have the assets to get AD. I think he'll end up a Laker.
From what I hear, the Lakers are not interested in him.
That's what they say today.
That's what I'm hearing right now, yeah. So we'll see. However, here's the deal, too. This is a series. This may be 4 to 7 or 5 to 7 games, okay? Right. He's still coming off the Achilles injury and a quad injury, a torn quad. So I don't see a team saying we're going to give him a big contract. Now, maybe somebody will give him 1 year, $20 million. He'd have to take that. I get it. You need the money. But I think the best situation for Boogie is to go back to Golden State. Unless somebody gives him a great offer. Because, look, other teams also, Colin, Boogie's on his best behavior. Attitude, no problem, all about the team. He just wants to win this championship, all that. But because he behaves in Golden State doesn't mean other teams are going to feel he's going to behave where they're at. And I've talked to executives about that. Oh, you got to be on your best behavior in Golden State. You can't go there and disrupt that. But does that mean that if he's with us, he's not those old things, that baggage you talked about, the attitude, the selfishness, that's not going to creep back up? So that's an issue. But I say win or lose this series, if Kevin Durant leaves Golden State, I could definitely see Boogie returning to the Warriors. Because here's the deal. They'll only have the mid-level exception offering, okay, a little over $6-7 million, whatever. But if he doesn't get the big offer elsewhere, and I'm skeptical that he will, he can go to Golden State. He'll either be the second or third option. He's going to average close to 20 points, if not 20 or more points. They will have a chance to win a championship. Give him all of next year. That's when he can restore his reputation. He'll still be maybe 30, 31 years old next summer, and then he can maybe get the big contract.
By the way,
I sold you. I know that.
No, it's just I find him interesting because I sat there and watched last night.
He was great.
He was great. Bogut delivered. I was kind of in awe of Golden State. I'm like, this had a Patriot feel to it. It's like, just find a slot receiver who Tom trusts. He can't run. It doesn't matter. I mean, Gronk's on one leg.
Right.
And I'm always sort of blown away by these aging dynasties. I went and saw the Eagles, when they were all like, in their 50s, and they rock a house for 2 hours, and you're like, it's just amazing. Kobe Bryant, 60 points in his last game. Brett Favre can have these games when you know Brett Favre's an hour from retiring. When you watch Steve Kerr in this series, I thought this was interesting. It was not a great night for analytics. Steph didn't score in the fourth. The Warriors didn't get a three from Clay or Steph in the fourth. Biggs dominated the outcome. Oh, by the way, Draymond Green, who's a good player in the regular season, 777, is a completely different analytic player in the playoffs. I will say this about the finals. I'm seeing bigs. I'm seeing guys like junkyard dogs like Draymond. It's not been a great finals for analytic mavens, has it? I'm seeing bigs matter last night.
Well, look, Houston is the poster child for analytics. All they want to do is shoot threes or get paint shots. And the Warriors and the Bucks are similar to that. You know, they take a ton of threes and paint shots with Giannis as well. But these two teams, the Raptors and the Warriors, who beat those Toronto or Milwaukee and Houston, they use the mid-range. That's the difference. You see a little bit of post play too, but these teams use the mid-range.
They get off the calculator when
Yes, and that opens up the three, or the three opens up the mid-range, one or the other. But that's the difference in these teams and those that go extreme analytics. And the extreme analytics have not been able to get over the hump in the playoffs. And, of course, there's better game planning. You're seeing a team night in, night out versus, who knows when you're seeing them in the regular season. Are you on a back-to-back, all that stuff. So you prepare. You know what they're doing. And so that's where you're better off utilizing the entire game and not just the analytics.
By the way, just throw this at you. We had video earlier. KEvin Durant was not on the bench. It didn't bother me at all. KEvin Durant was kind of in sweats. When LeBron doesn't play, he's usually on the bench.
Right.
You can see LeBron. He's had a nice suit and everything. And you see a lot of stars don't play. Kevin's not out there. Do you make anything of that, or is that just, I'm long, I don't want to take up a spot and my leg hurts?
Yeah, I don't want to make too much out of it. You're watching him walk. He almost looks gingerly, still the way he's moved. Well,
they say Steve Kerr said he would consider playing him after only one practice. What do you hear?
Yeah, obviously Kerr said that publicly, but you saw with Boogie Cousins, by them starting him, that showed you that they want that all-star starting five back, right? Like, they're not buying in like everybody else said, oh, Boogie comes back, the ball movement changes. They want the most talented team they can put out there. So that means if KEvin Durant gets the go-ahead and wants to play, they're going to put him out there as soon as they can.
Good
I don't
point.
think they're going to wait. They're going to, what's the series look like? They will bring him back ASAP. He's just got to consider going into free agency, how healthy am I? Look, he was in flip-flops at the workout. That, makes you wonder, why wasn't he in sneakers? Why isn't he even shooting around?
Good stuff.
But yeah, we just gonna have to wait and see on KD.
Clay, MRI today, more later. Colin right, Colin wrong next.